Swamiji, I want to ask you that sometimes we find children, they have lost their parents at a very early age, right? Standard 4, 5. And they tend to become very remorse. And we find that they are left very uncared because the mother is running
No,
for a
tell
job.
me again, what is their history?
The parents, any of the parents have died and they are single, then they become very remorse. And at home also, they are very uncared because nobody is there to look
Understood.
after them. So how to deal with the students? We try to help them, we try to give them notes, but still they are not excelling. I mean, they're showing no positive results. So I am facing this problem.
One thing is that not only with this, a general solution is that to tell them or to explain to them that a real personality growth takes place not through easy life situation. Any difficult life situation, suffering, bereavement, or any difficulty in the family or in the life, if it is taken rightly, then it will help us to grow in our personality. That is, we should consider any difficulty as an opportunity for us to grow in a higher dimension. So that you have lost your somebody, I understand that it is a very sorrowful situation. We are also sympathetic about it. But since it has happened, we cannot do anything about it. It has happened. Now you should take this loss or this deficiency in your circumstances as an opportunity to grow your mind to such a dimension that you become even better than otherwise. That is, this difficulty or dukkha, any sort of dukkha, suffering, difficulty, we should always consider it as an opportunity to grow. Your mind will grow to higher and higher dimension by that. So somehow if you can bring it to his mind, that will definitely help them. That you consider it as an opportunity and no, I will not be subdued by these circumstances. I will be even better than others who have both the parents. And the other parent is there perhaps in most of the cases. If they have lost two also, then also we can guide them in a manner that they excel in that condition.
Mainly, many of them, some of them they have gone abroad to work and the mother is alone at home. So what happens, the child takes it for granted that whatever I do,
mother will support.
Yes, and then the mother starts crying and weeping that I cannot control that. At that very moment, the child is for 2-3 days, he improves. After that, again he starts doing that. So that becomes a problem.
You have to speak to the mother also.
Mother, some of them just become unconscious the moment we say that this is what their child is doing. So we are facing this
you
problem.
need not, if they are not able to take what their child is, at least you can give them some suggestion to how to deal with such a child so that we can also handle him here properly. That it is a situation we cannot alone control. It has to be with the support of the mother. But is it very rampant here or only? Is it? I will tell you one story. It may give you some. It's all from my personal life, but generally we don't speak about it. But yesterday a girl came and she was talking to me about the friends that she finds that she doesn't have much friends in the present school. So she was saying that many of them are coming from very wealthy families and they're very proud the way they spend and the way they talk. It is all about their chal manna bolta, matlab they speak boastingly about their economic condition and all that. So I was saying that seeing them, should you not learn that this is a very weak mindset. When we start boasting on our father's property or mother's inherited property, it is not a strong mindset, it is a very weak mindset. Saying that, I was telling about myself that it happened, I did not know that it is. It so happened that my father had a car. Those days people did not have. I am talking about 1960s. Very few people had. Particularly in our school, it was not very wealthy school, not like Loyola. So our friends did not have car at home or so. So generally, some days perhaps it became late for me to reach the school on time. So my father would say that I will drop you in the school and go to the office in the morning school. So I had to agree because otherwise I would be late. Otherwise I used to walk to the school, about 2 kilometers or so. So whenever I had gone with my father, I used to prevail upon him to drop me far away from the school, just after the court, the Jamshedpur court. When the car takes a turn, I would almost start crying that, no, drop me here, don't take me further. So this girl asked that why, the girl I was speaking to yesterday. I said, it is because my friends did not have car at their home and I did not want them to know that I am coming by car. I was not coming by car generally, but if it happens that someday delay, I am taking the facility. But I would not like anybody to know that my father is dropping me in a car, because they are all not of this. Economically, they don't have car. So is it not a better mind to think? You understand, one is boasting about the situation. Nowadays now, those days also it was not there. The same parallelly we have heard people that poor children are there and wealthy children, they are in the school canteen giving 100 rupee notes. Those days 100 rupee notes means now 1000 rupee notes or more. Giving 100 rupee notes to buy their whatever they will eat during the tiffin time. It was those days also it was like that. But I am only telling you the story to tell you that there is a strong mind and weak mind here. We have to understand where lies the strength of the mind. It is not in boasting about if you are poor, then we should not feel dainya about it. Dainya means miserly about is it the correct word? That you should not feel mean or small about it. If you are not having enough money, suppose your father is very poor. Yes, it is accepted. Self-pity. No, not self-pity exactly. You should not feel small about it. Yes, this is my condition. My father has been poor, but they have put me in a school and I am trying to do my best. Similarly, if the parents are rich also, we should feel that we should not, how can we boast about the parents' richness? It has nothing to do with me. We should be happy that they have given a special facility with the other children are not getting. So I am a privileged child. I should be humble because of that. I am only trying to give this example to show you that how the mind will become stronger, the personality will become stronger, and how the mind goes weaker to weaker. We should explain to such people, such students also, those who boast about their property also, that it will only make you weaker. And when you finally get into a job or so, your mind will never be satisfied. Suppose you don't get a good salary. You should be able to accept whatever you are getting and perform with excellence in that. You get my point? There are ways of explaining, not that all will work, some effect will be there.
Excuse me, Swamiji. I got the answer for my questions. Talking about the bad students. So not all. There are some few students who use slang language. Not all. In a class of 55, 56, 7 or 8 use very frequently this slang language. How to stop them? That was my question, which I got the answer. Now, just those who use such language, writing their name on the blackboard, they use so and so, such things will definitely improve, I feel.
Now, what is the answer you got for that?
That you just now you said that punishment is that whatever the child has done, write them. It's on the blackboard. The so and so child has done this. So while going, anyone who sees this constantly, the child will not repeat such things again.
You can also ask in some good moment that suppose I use such language, will you like it? Whatever you are using, if I start using that language, what will be your estimate about me as a teacher? Make him think. Think about whatever the behavior.
Swamiji, we have counseled them many times like this, personally calling them.
Making them think, giving them a query that this is what it is.
Swamiji, they are immediately ask them their background. They stay in such areas where they are in the habit of hearing such language from their parents also, and they have imbibed such
That habits. Is true. We have a cultural heritage class. Here also we have. But I am talking about Delhi, where we started this class in 2005 or so, no? Around that or earlier. That the slum boys, those who had come for construction workers' children, they were always fighting on the street in front of our CIRD Delhi there. So one couple, devotee couple, they took it up and said that they are all not going to school at all. They have never gone to school. They are only throughout the day they would fight with each other and play on the street. So one day when they were fighting, this couple caught hold of them and said that why are you fighting? And started interacting with them. That led to finally bringing them, giving them bath, putting new clothes on them. The clothes every day after the class we used to keep back. They used to wash and iron and keep it back in the ashram. And again next Sunday when they come, they will be given bath. Because if you give it away, then next day they will not have. So like that, and the lady was with lot of care smearing oil on that, because they were all having red hair and absolutely the way they looked at that time, we cannot even imagine. Then we put them into school. Initially it was very difficult, particularly the parents would object, because these are the people, they are working at home also. They would like their work, particularly the girls. The girls will have to look after the younger children. So with lot of difficulty, interacting with the parents and allowing them to study, we put quite a few, say 25 we put in the government school first, of which 20 remained, 5 dropped off. Again we prevailed upon them and put them. Then of the 20, maybe 15 behaved they studied well, they started studying well. We shifted them to a private school which is better. Like that, twice we have changed to a still better school and financing all the school education, everything we were financing. You will not be able to imagine the change that took place in their chehra, that in their appearance, in their words, in their conversation, within a period of about 2-3 years. They completely got changed, those who pursued with that. In our Trichur ashram also, it has become so much that the people, those who are looking for girls, they look for the girls who have attended the cultural heritage class for marriage. Because they find them to be much better behaved. So this can be done.
Thank you,
to some
Swamiji.
extent at least can be done.